What's up, guys? Okay, now, friends, pals, chums, mates, buddies, companions, dudes, people, human beings. I'm gonna talk about friendly fire. It's straight up 12:08 at night, but I don't even care. This is important. Okay. What this is when you're hanging out with your boy Charlie, okay? Charlie friggin' Chaplin, Charlie Davidson, Charlie Brown. You're hanging out with your main man Charlie, okay? You're just hanging out and you're like, oh, what's up, Charlie? He's like, I don't know, whatever. And you start talking and you're just chatting with each other, you know? You're just like having that little back and forth thing that friends do. Now, friendly fire is when you start it's when you start attacking them, right? Let's look at it like this. In nature, animals would be like, yo, I'm gonna help you out so that you learn how to fight things and so you don't die in the future. Okay? Sound good? Okay. And then they just start like kittens or something, okay? Like little kittens, and they're fighting and they're just like and like chewing on their ears, but they're like training each other to fight and be monsters and masters of death. If you know what I'm saying. Cats are demons. That's not important right now. What's important right now is that humans do the same thing in a different way. Now, while society has somewhat led us away from the whole physically fighting each other, we still haven't gone away from the vocally doing so. So when you're hanging out with your main man Charlie, and he like says something, then you say something, then you guys just start poking at each other. You just kind of make fun of each other, make digs at each other. Puns. Puns are great. I love puns. This is where it starts to get dangerous, because there's a certain level of fire that someone can take. So I noticed this today when I was hanging out with one of the dudes at my school, and we're just chatting it up, and we're just kind of going back and forth, and I was making this joke, and I'm about to make the punchline. Okay, here's what he says. Like, I'm like, something, something, blah, blah, blah. And he's like, dude, yeah, actually a lot of people have been talking to me about that, and I'm really glad you don't feel the same way as they do, because they keep saying blah, blah, blah. And I'm over here like, that's exactly what I was going to say, and that would have actually kind of hurt this dude's feelings. I'm a dick. And he's just kind of like, yeah, dude, but anyways, what were you going to say? Then I just kind of turn it back into a normal joke, you know? And I noticed that again at training today, because I'm fighting this girl, and we're training each other, and as we're going, you prod him on, you just kind of like, oh, come on, is that it? Come on. Faster, harder, stronger, whatever. Daft Punk. Like, I'm poking at her, and then I made I was like, oh, you're gonna quit being a little girl and fight me? And then she was like, and just kind of, she started hitting harder, yeah, which was what I was going for, but I could tell that she kind of had her feelings hurt. And then, like, the coach came over and was like, hey, you guys doing all right? And she's like, yeah, he called me a little girl. And Jen just started, like, kneeing me, like, right in the side. And it was cool, but it was like, man, gotta learn about that, dude. Friendly fire is a good thing. No, I'm Christian. It's also in the Bible, right? Iron sharpening iron, little friend sharpen a friend. It's where you're just like clashing sparks off of each other, but grinding down the bits that are like stupid. So you're like, yo man, quit being a loser, man up and go apologize. And they're like, yo, shut up. And then he's like, fine. And then he does it. And so now he's kind of a better person for that. And you're his buddy because you helped him out to do that. So what you want is to make this friendly fire of yours. You want to make it like conducive to something, not just you being a dick and just shooting at this guy with your mouth. And he's like, oh, I thought we were friends. You thought wrong. They don't want to be friends with you. You don't want to hang out with someone who's just a dick to you all the time. You gotta have those intimate parts of your friendship too, where you guys are like there for each other and you're like, she broke up with me. It's alright, man, I got you. And you're like, you're there for him. But you also need that like troublemaking stuff where they're like, hey, what's that on your face? And he's like, what? You need that. It's part of a healthy relationship. It's combat. So really what I'm going for is just I don't know, I guess I just found out that I've been doing that a bit too hard. Like, I'm playing too rough, I guess. Like, I'm on the playground just pushing kids around. And I don't want to be like that. I want to be that guy who people are like, oh, yeah, dude, let's go talk to him. Like, he'll know what to do. And then they, like, come to me and give me their problems. Like, yeah, I can joke around with them, but I'm not going to be a douche about it and just make them feel terrible about themselves. That's not what you want to be with people. So, that's it. Just friendly fire. Fire on your friends, but do it in the right spots. Yeah. I'm gonna go. Have a great day.